time it breaks. Doesn't matter, weak or strong. Take your time and do your tricks. All I do is sing along. Yeah, I need you around for brighter light and firmer ground. When you believe in me, love is gonna set me free.
I think my wizard has been for a few hours.
Your wizard
for a few minutes.
Sleep. So it's a sleeping,
Yes,
it's a sleeping prophet, is it?
Oh, so how are you, Sprinkles?
Oh, I'm just dandy. Busy, but dandy.
Well, you know what I just did? I just lit up some Palo Santo. It's like a wooden part of a tree, and it's a calming. It's very inspiring. So I just like lit it a little bit, the edge, just put it around me, and I feel so much better now.
Oh.
Did you ever try to
No.
use Palo Santo?
No, I haven't.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I did not.
Sprinkles?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
You haven't never used it? No.
No.
We'll have to talk about it. We'll have to talk about it sometime. It's very interesting. My friend who was here, who's a healer and makes all kinds of products, she gave me a piece of the wood. And you don't even have to light it. You could just, keep it around, and this odor comes off of it. And it's very interesting because I used to have it years ago, and somebody else gave me one, and I can't find it. So she gave me a new one, and I thought, wow. So I was going to just, instead of staging my house, I'm going to use the Palo Santo, which she says works much better. So we'll see. So we'll have to get you some.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, welcome to Libra and the equinox. The fall equinox is here today. Are you ready to take a in the fall season, the Libra entrance of Libra? I don't know. It's just very strange. And have you felt that way? Sprinkles at all?
You know what? I lost you completely, but I'm sure everybody else was hearing you. I don't know how I did it, but I had 2 Zoom openings going at the same time, and that's why I didn't hear you.
Oh my goodness. I wondered how you felt about this full moon that was going on, because I said today I went out, and I was just out briefly after my friend left, and I just felt a strange, people were very strange. Let's put it that way. Okay. And I've seen that in the past week since the full moon has taken place. Not bad, but just a little different. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what's going on now? And anyway, so I felt that, as I said in my blog post, there a lot of people are just, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of fear still going on, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because if you're staying within your truth, you're not going to have that fear. I mean, you might get a little look around and say, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going there. I'm going to stay where I feel really good. And if you, I don't know, I feel like if you're disconnected to who you are, that heart, the truth within, you're going to be pulled into all this other muck that's out there. So, and I think this full moon is saying to you, are you going to be out of balance, or are you going to come into balance? And I feel in many ways that very positive and very light and airy, and the energy is really good. And others, I think, please stay away from me.
well, it really is quite similar. But with me, the people that I'm coming in and connecting with, it's like I know something's wrong. Okay.
Yes.
And I don't want to pry, but I also want to know, am I picking up the right things? So I'll say, well, how are you? And then they'll tell me, oh, I'm fine, I'm doing my daily thing, whatever. And then I'll say, I don't know, well, I was getting that you were kind of off a little bit there, you don't really want to either face it or bring it out. But I just need to know if, you can validate whether I'm picking up the right thing, but you don't have to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
because I don't know at the time, why am I getting this? And because I get into their energy, and you can feel in those energies, and it's like, do I say something or not? So I'll do it in a way that, I had this one gentleman that came around, and I was talking with him, and the first thing that hit me is that he's so sad, as if he has a huge burden on his back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I didn't want to pry, and he didn't go into it either. He just said, well, yeah, I got some things going on, and left it at that, so I wasn't going to move forward on it. But I was getting a lot of that, and then irritations to people that are irritated.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And it's like, okay, shield up, no more. Kind of thing, It's like you said, you just want to, I'm not going there. I'm walking the other way. But so that's this full moon?
No, I think it's the full moon, but I think there's other things going on. The energy, like what we're talking about in the second part of the show, which we're not going to bring up right now, about the shifting. Yes. And that, I think the energy is shifting, and people don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And we'll talk about that when we get there. But I mean, in the meantime, I said something in my blog post, which I didn't even expect to put in there, because I didn't even realize what was going on at this one point. And I thought, oh my gosh, in my chart is Cassandra, the asteroid. Okay, as Cassandra was an, I think, mythological, creature or whatever, back in the whenever. And anyway, the asteroid is right by my sun sign, like within a degree. And all these years, when I come into contact with people, I'm just bringing this up because we are always talking to others and trying to read them and trying to get them to open up. And so I'm saying this. I found this thing and I thought, you're kidding me. So Cassandra is about, I'm giving out information, I'm sharing ideas, I want to communicate, I want to, have this interaction going back and forth.
Yes.
And people, and, the ideas and thoughts and whatever feelings, Cassandra wants to do this. Well, but for some reason, others do not believe what Cassandra is saying.
Yes.
And that has been part of my life. People say, what? No, that can't be. I said, okay, it's okay. I'm just telling you what I am seeing. And many times I get that can't be. I said, okay, but you know what? Keep it in the back of your mind, because one day it's going to be like a lightning bolt and say, guess what? This works or that works. And I had a laugh because I thought, I didn't even realize it was, I was looking at asteroids in my chart and I thought, oh my goodness. So anyway, I think that's another part of it that many do not believe that they could actually make this little shift that we're going to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Yeah. So in the meantime, the full moon was in Pisces, and the energy still continues until Saturday when the new moon comes in. And I say that a lot of it is about paying attention to what's going on inside, because Pisces is about dreaming. Pisces is about your inner wisdom. Pisces is about all the things that allow you to just remove yourself from the collective. That sort of you can just hang around and meditate or dream or play music or things that are just calming, and it takes you away from everyone else.
Yes,
and that's what I feel this full moon is about to some degree. Yes. But there's a opposition to Sun and Mars in Virgo, which if you're making a decision, you may think, is this the right decision?
Yeah.
So that you question yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what others may be doing right now, is questioning. Well, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more you are questioning your inner voice, your quiet voice.
Yes.
So a lot of times, sometimes your body is going to give you the right answer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if you're out there doing something, you think, oh boy, I'm going to do this, and all of a sudden you get this sharp pain in your shoulder, and you think. If you put it all together, you think, not doing it.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? And then other times it may be this grand elated feeling comes over you, and you don't know what that's about, but you might have just thought about, well, I wonder if I should do this. And then all of a sudden you feel this peacefulness or this joy that just arises. So yes. This is what sort of this full moon is about. But then again, there may be others out there that are having conflicts, these angry outbursts.
Yes.
Because of the Mars.
Oh.
Mars is in Virgo, and it's opposing the full moon. So it was, and that energy's still there. So that could make a difference too. And then, go on.
I didn't realize that asteroids will have an influence on us as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I for years, I knew the basics.
Mm-hmm.
They're just digress from it. Vesta, Juno, Ceres, and yes, Pallas, Athene. So there's four. They are the four main ones, but there's thousands.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, because it's not all just the ones about love and money and health and wellness and all that. There's asteroids could be a place, could be a town name. It could be what should I say? Maybe like muse, M-U-S-E. Somebody's a muse for you. because it falls right on your sun sign or your Venus or something like that.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you might have what if you had a town that, the town, no, not, more like cities, okay? Cities around the world. You had Paris, where do you have Paris in your chart? So that would tell you something about, if it was like Venus, you might find love in Paris, or I'm trying to think where else, or London or New York. Where does that fall in your chart? And there are all kinds of asteroids with that kind of thing too. In fact, I'll tell you something. In my chart, Al Jazeera, which is Algeria, is right on my exact degree of my ascendant.
Wow.
So, exact, not a couple minutes, exact minute to the minute. And
so
I thought,
that heightens your ascendant area.
Yes, it's right on my ascendant.
Oh my gosh.
So that means that
how do you know if they're good or bad? I guess you have to look into see to get an idea of how that is affecting the influences of your ascendant area.
Yeah, I know. And I wondered, I've never met anybody from there, and I've never been there. And I thought, well, maybe I need to go there.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know what that, it's very interesting. But I'm sure that if we looked at your chart sometime, which I will, to see what kind of, just at some main things. I mean, there's good things like, like you could find joy. There's a joy asteroid, something about a joy asteroid. There's tons. You name it. You think of a name or a feeling or something. There's all kinds of things like that.
Oh my goodness. Huh.
So we'll have to talk about that sometime. We'll
even the listeners out there, if they want to have an idea about what's going on with them, they can do as well. Because don't you think that when we do share it and they share back to us?
Yeah. Oh, that's the best.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're helping. People out there are helping us, and we're trying to help them. So it's another, to me, it's another pay it forward kind of thing, and I just love that. But now, what if you have a bunch of asteroids moving around? And wasn't there one that came really close to the Earth? And how does that play off?
It depends when it happens.
Oh.
It depends what the date is. And then and there are some that there's very little, not a lot of information on. I mean, especially if they're names. I mean, you could look up. There's name asteroids, like my name is. I could find my name, and your name is probably your given name is probably in there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, huh.
Yes. So it's interesting where it may fall in your chart too.
Yeah.
So sometime I'll send you some of the stuff and we could talk about it another time more in depth.
Mm-hmm.
As part of the whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that it makes a difference. Well, I mean, as the full moon, there weren't a lot of asteroids involved right now.
Okay.
That's why I didn't mention any. But I mean, no major ones. Like sometimes there's a major one that may be involved. But in the meantime, also with the sun going into Libra, now Mercury and Venus just went into Libra on the day of the full moon. So that meant balance and harmony and interactions. You might find a new love, maybe, if you stay in balance. If you're looking. And I think it's...
Jan, you there?
At this point in time. Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Continue.
You lost me?
No, I got you. Okay. No, it's saying it's unstable. I'm going to just turn down the Facebook because I think that's what's doing it.
Okay.
It's just a little too much. Okay, so we're back in Zoom.
So that's all right. And also the full moon is saying, since we're still in that energy, so you may be one of those that are minding your own business, or are you seeing yourself as part of the bigger picture? You know, that kind of thing.
Yes.
It's an interesting time, and you know what else can happen because of the Mars thing, I think too, is that you could have somebody go off in a rage, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh.
Like they could get very just outspoken and just, I'm doing it this way, and start yelling or about something or other or whatever. And I've seen that recently, and I thought, I'm hiding. I'm just going to hide.
Yes.
Because,
unless. Wait, but what if you put all that energy into doing something, like you wanted to clean out your garage?
That's a good point. Yes.
Oh, I got so much done, I'm exhausted.
Oh,
my God.
you know, you're welcome to come and help me do mine.
Oh, no. No, I got enough to handle here, believe me.
Well, and it's also a time like it's maybe you might be feeling one way, or I might want to. Do you feel like you could jump? You know, take a big jump, a leap?
Yeah.
Or can you? Or are you in a
Realize that when the people donate, they're not only donating to themselves, but giving an opportunity for somebody else to get in on it. So when the donation comes in, it in a way is kind of covering somebody else. So it's like a pay it forward.
right?
And yet they will still have a valid entry into the drawing. So I'm thinking of changing it from the Wizards Within drawing to the Wizards Within Pay It Forward drawing. That kind of actually is what is happening. Because when people donate to the drawings and you get to choose your own reading that you want, we work arrangements for the time and a place where you want to have it done. And you have a little more control over what's taking place. And we just love giving readings, okay? But we also know there are a lot out there that really afford it. But this is a way to kind of get it. Okay, and what I'm thinking about is we're changing it around a little bit too, and making all the things that come in, we keep throwing the name in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so that in other words, the people in that have already won, their name is still going to go in that hat. So I'm going to get a bigger hat, and that's what I'm going to do. Also, we are looking forward to one of the topics being base reading and having a guest. We're going to have a guest on. So, stick around and stick with us, and I'm sure you'll be delighted. We want to learn from you, and we hope you learn a little something from us. Okay.
And welcome their chat. Welcome their comments they want to make, or any questions.
Yes. And like if we're live here and you're in Zoom and you would like a reading, we can take the time to give you a little reading, if we can. It can turn into a live reading session too. We just want you to participate, and you're going to have a win-win situation when you join us. And we're hoping that you're going to like to do so, to join us. Okay, so what are we up to now?
We're into. You tell me.
I think I am. Okay, I wanted to touch base on the site. What?
Shifting.
Yes, that's it. With an F. I wanted to talk about shifts that take place. Now, these are always happening. I don't think there's a time where it doesn't happen, unless you're a total rut and you just don't. There's nothing there, But a lot of people have mindfulness, raising the consciousness and vibration and the spiritual awareness and meditation. And these are all life tools that we can learn in order to bring more peace and abundance into life. So most of the time, those of us who adopt even to some of those tools listed often experience a greater understanding and awareness of their lives and their selves. Now, I'm talking on the spiritual end of the shift here because I know so many people are making these changes. My first realization of a spiritual shift was when I stepped out of my old religious ways and moved into the spiritualism. And I found that was so more liberating, so more open, so more satisfying for me. So as a spiritualist, this was a good change to me. And it's absolutely marvelous. And everybody else has their own changes too. So this often leads to an awakening, which then leads to a healing and a reconnection of the spirit energy. This is a wonderful strategy for anyone looking to achieve growth, peace, and purpose in their life. But what if there was another way? Yeah. What if you could skip that and go straight to the reconnection of spirit energy? What if there was a way to shift this whole new paradigm of living that didn't require much effort other than just being yourself and allowing the universe to take the lead? Okay? A whole new world, a whole new way of existing can open up for you when you surrender everything and just allow the universe to take control. When
Isn't that wonderful to do that?
yes,
Yes.
a lot of people aren't aware of that or how to go about doing it. So I'm hoping that what I'm going to be saying here is going to be of help to them. When you truly invite spirit, God, or the universe into your life, allow these life force energies to lead the way. Suddenly, life seems a whole lot simpler, enjoyable, and more peaceful. Believe me, I do this all the time. Okay, I put out the spirit. Not just about all the time, I got to say. Mostly when I'm in a situation where I need that guy's like pronto. I'll set it up. Please, don't get through this thing. Now,
And they're saying, you know what's going on? They're saying, oh my God, he's calling again.
that's right. I can see that. There was a post about this angel that was sitting on my head in a hand. And I sometimes feel that's what they think about me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. When you truly invite spirit into your life, the life force energies lead the way. Just suddenly, it feels a whole lot better. Connecting with the spirit also takes very little struggle. In fact, all you have to do is ask, guide them, and then stay open to the signs and messages that you receive. Now, when you allow the universe to show you the way, you instantly begin walking on the highest path. You are instantly brought a whole new meaning and understanding to your life. So you're going to find this as you keep practicing doing that. For example, instead of stressing about finding a parking place at the mall, why not ask the universe to help you? And allow I have to ask them, where is my car? And I do because I'm like, dummy, you should have looked at the lane you were in, you know. But no, I'm busy about going about my business, getting in and getting out.
Did you ever find yourself, when you do that, you know, with the parking spot or something like that, did you ever find, like, you're leaving your house and you're thinking, you know, help me with this parking place, or can you manifest a parking place for me, or whatever, and then all of a sudden you get delayed and you think, well, I just had this happen to me, and I was going in my town and I was going to go out to eat one night a couple weeks ago, and I barely even got it out of my mouth, and I'm thinking, wow, there was not a parking place to be had. Okay, I had to go around, well, because I didn't give it the time. So then maybe another week I went, and I took the time, I said, in a very pleasant way, and reached out, and I thought, I really would like a parking place. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. And there was one right in front of the restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah, that is so cool. Oh, yeah, me too. It's like I want, if possible, please give me a parking space closest to the entrance.
I mean, I don't have a problem walking, but I want one. I don't want to have to, like, have this space just big enough to, when I try to back in, I'm like doing it 30 times because I'm not good at doing these little spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, again, instead of stressing about finding a parking place, why not ask the universe to help you? Allow the universe to guide you to the perfect spot. And, you know, that's another thing, is because you're being guided to where you're meant to be.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So instead of being stressing about what to wear or what to eat or what to buy, ask the universe to help. My ass sounds like axe. Anyway, ask them, the universe, to help make you the perfect choice. Instead of being anxious about an upcoming situation, why not surrender it to the universe and ask for help for you, to help ease you through this. And all you have to do is remain calm, open, and spend 10 seconds going within to ask your question. It's almost like meditating too, because I do that just about every second I can. It's like you're meditating. You're sending out a prayer to the universe to help you within to accomplish what is needed to be accomplished.
Right.
Okay, so, and your answers will be delivered rapidly, and you will develop a way to instantly know which way spirit wants you to turn. Okay? So, all you have to do is remain calm, open, and spend 10 seconds. Okay? You can also allow the universe to take the lead when it comes to bigger life problems, too. It's not only for little, minor, many things. And to me, I can see the universe out there saying, all these people are doing this to me. Hold on, I got to call in the team.
Yes.
You don't know what to do, going through a divorce, facing legal problems, in debt. leave it to spirit. They will take care of it. You have to trust and be open to following the signs. You also have to trust to whatever decision spirit chooses to make, and it's the best and right one for you. So you never know what you ask for. You may not get it in the way that you want, okay? But it'll be a way that you may need to go through. Of course, well, this way of living is kind of extraordinary kind of experience and a paradigm shift. It does take a lot of surrender, trust, and openness. But don't let that scare you. All you have to do is practice, 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 practice. With anything that you want to perfect in a way that needs extra help, practice. It brings it in. It makes you stronger. It makes you open up more. It makes you go more into all different things. So, and there's so many people who are changing of jobs, the way the job itself is changing, the homes, their residence, their careers, their hobbies. Everybody's doing some sort of change, okay, that they weren't doing before. So don't get afraid of it. Okay, try to work with it, and ask for guidance in it. You can also try some exercises and see how you can shift to a whole new paradigm of living. Okay, for instance, that parking spot. Before heading out to the mall or the store, quietly go within the next the universe to guide you for that perfect parking spot. Visualize seeing the parking spot vacant and allow the feelings of ease and relaxation to wash over you. Spend about 60 seconds of doing this, then let it go. Okay, so it's really, I know it sounds kind of like, yeah, sure, but I got to tell you, it works for me. Okay, and if it works for me, I know it can work for you. Okay, and as you drive, try not to think about the parking spot. Instead, focus on staying calm and relaxed and trusting that everything will work out as it is needed to. When you get to the parking garage or street, stay open to the signs and follow your instincts. The perfect car spot is there with your name on it. So be calm about it and say, and don't forget to pay gratitude and thanks for receiving your car spot. Okay, it's very important to also show your gratitude in having things come about for you. Okay, all right, we got, another exercise regarding crossroads. Are you at a crossroad in your life? Is there a present issue happening in your life that is disturbing you or driving you crazy? Today you're going to surrender to it and leave it to the universe to handle. Find a place where you can go, cannot be disturbed. Then out loud or in your head, let the universe or God's spirit know how you feel about your situation and that you want them to take care of it for you from now on. Let them know that you will follow their signs and guidance and that you want to this process to be really easy and stress-free and resolved quickly. Okay? You can find a place where you cannot be disturbed. Then out loud in your head, let the universe know how you feel about the situation. And I just said that. So after your dialogue with the universe, you must completely surrender to your situation. When thoughts pop up, remind yourself that the universe is taking care of it. Trust the process. Let it go. And be open to any signs that you receive. And that's very important, to be open to those signs that you receive. And that's how we can work with the shifts in our spiritual way. Because the shifts can be, at times, very upsetting, maybe even chaotic. And you're looking for a way to get through it and make it ease up to a point where you can cope with it. Those are all things that you can do to send out to the universe and ask for help and guidance. And please let me know if you're doing this, you find that it does happen for you. Awesome. Let us know about it, because we want to know how you were stressing about something and then you put it in and then boom, something happened. You will find if you keep practicing at it that it will be better and better all the time. And that's what I have on the spiritual shift with an F. Any questions or anything, Jen?
No, that was very good. Very nice.
Oh, well,
Very good.
it is the simplest thing to do, but it can be
Yes.
very personally empowering.
Like, ask your question, look for guidance, and keep your hands out of it.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
Like, stay out of it. Let it happen. Let it create it. It'll happen itself if you keep your hands out of it.
Yeah, and keep your faith and your trust
Yeah.
in what the universe
Right.
puts forward to you. And when you start seeing it all of a sudden working for you, you are like, wow, I should have did this a long time ago.
Yes. Yes. You're
And
right.
because applying that change to a change is so much more helpful, and I think it's a good way. And like I said, there are people going through. I mean, they don't have to change jobs. Some of their jobs are changing all on their own, and they have to adjust to it, which is kind of that be a little frustrating or challenging too.
Right.
But
Yes.
it does go with all things: relationships, home life, everything. Um, and I want to keep the universe busy. So don't hesitate in sending out those vibes, because that energy that you're sending out is also going to be one that comes back in an eagerness to be of help to you. Okay, no matter how eager you are, you will probably find that there is something taking place that is making it a little better for you. And I think that was a spiritual shifting there is one that can be of help to everybody and anybody. Okay, so Jan, what else we got going on?
What else is there
Yeah,
going on?
we got 10 minutes.
Okay. Just that. Whatever. Like, full moons are always about release. I mean, you're trying to get out of this dreamy state. You could be there because you could create something very fantastic. Whether like writing or music or anything that you can create, it still have time to really bring it into focus. Okay. If you don't get interfered with by somebody that doesn't want to stay in the moment, let's put it that way. I think you need
Yeah.
to stay in the moment for the next few days. I do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel it's more. It's not any. I don't think it's more difficult anymore. I think it's just, don't fight with yourself. Just move forward as much as you can, even if it's a baby step. Because I always keep saying you have to take some kind of leap. Every day you have to take a little leap.
Yeah.
Okay? Do something a little different, create something new, even if it's so tiny you can't even recognize it.
Yes. Yes.
And then when the new moon comes in on Saturday, and that's going to be about balance. So, if you're not in balance, oh well, you better find a way to do it, because it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a bit wonky. Let's put it that way.
No.
Not bad, but just different. Yeah.
I'm going to keep my eyes open for that too.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing too is that with all these changes that are taking place, there even the tiniest little change can make huge impacts.
That's very true.
Yeah, and we may not realize it at the time, but the time is being right for us. It is giving, when we have things happening to us, that timing is, to me, I believe, meant to take place so that we either grow stronger, we learn the lesson, and we're more aware of things. I mean, all these little things can be humongous in our lives. So be open to that as well, because it doesn't really take too much. And that one little change can also open doors, bring opportunities. It has its yin and yang, but I want to stress on that, even though it can be very difficult or chaotic time for somebody, just know that you will get through this. Okay, and there are reasons why things are happening, and we don't know it until later down the road. We turn around and we look back, and then we say, that's why I was meant to go in this direction, not stay in that direction. And all things need to change. Everything needs to change. So don't be so hard on changes, because it could be the best thing that ever happened to you in your life. Look at me. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't
I think
believe it.
I think change is something's changing all the time.
Hmm.
I mean, it is. The
Yeah,
energy changes probably minute by minute.
yeah, and other people's vibrations coming at you make you change a bit too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like, awareness. It calls for a lot of awareness, especially when you're trying to do something. And if you're trying to construct your life to where it's more able for you to handle, more culpable for you, then try doing that. Send it out to the universe and ask for that guidance. And then look for the little, don't forget to look, because if you don't look, you pass it right by. Okay, so pay attention to the little bit of changes that are happening around you and why you want to go that way. I was doing a bunch of postings, and I get a lot of postings, and what I get, if I like it, I'm putting it out again. And I've been doing that, and people are saying to me, well, wow, you're really rocking at these posts, Well, it's because I enjoyed it. Let me share it so others can enjoy it. Again, it's like another pay it forward. I love pay it forward. I love paying it forward. So that was my whole thing, even when I did the e-zine and stuff. It's like, get these people out there. So they're absolutely wonderful. Their blogs, their info. It's amazing what can come out. And I did it for 3 years, and I was really surprised at that. But there came a time where I had to go in another direction. And boy, was I muddled. Oh, my gosh. But, hey, it's led me to something, again, enjoyable. And I'm very grateful for having Jan come into my life, and also Peg, because Peg was in there, and she still is.
Yeah.
And it's the sharing of us that is kind of bringing out the newness in us.
And why are you here?
I'm here because I have a need or a purpose to be of help to others, and I find the craziest ways to do it. And
yes, I know that.
But hey, it's working, so I'm going to keep at it. No, don't change a good thing unless it changes you into something that's even better. So be open, people. Be open to those kinds of things. We got 5 minutes left, Jan, so I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us some more interesting stuff. Because I know I was fascinated with learning that asteroids can actually have an effect. So now I'm going to watch all these. What about shooting stars? Do they have?
I don't know. Oh. I only know asteroids. And what else can I tell you about asteroids? Well, many times there's all kinds. I mean, there's tons. There's love asteroids. There's music. There's more like for music and writing and hypnotherapy. That kind of stuff. There's hypnos. Because
that's interesting because recently it's like I hardly played music unless company came over. Now I got this little speaker thing that you can hook your phone to, like a Bluetooth kind of thing, and take that speaker wherever you want to put it. So when I go in the backyard now, instead of having my husband blast his stereo out the window, I got this little speaker, and it makes my yard work so much easier and passionate about what I'm doing for it, and
do you have neighbors?
Yeah, but they're a distance away. There's about
okay. Well, I have. Speaking of music in the backyard, I have a neighbor who blasts his music all the time. I can hear it in the house. Okay, and I'm not right on. I mean, we're close, but we're not real close. And I could hear it, and somebody heard it 2 houses down from me.
Oh, wow.
When they were sitting on their deck.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, as long as you don't have neighbors that are real close, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. And even I'm conscious of annoying others, not that I do it often, but I try to be moderate in all things. So
Yeah.
it's at a level to where I can hear it, but it's not blasting.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about is doing the dancing. I'm afraid my neighbors may see me.
Oh, gosh. I think I'll have to try that.
Okay, I'm coughing again. Got to stop this.
That's because you're laughing.
Yes, and it always happens when I laugh. Always. And I don't know why. I'm going to ask my doctor that, among other things. But, okay, so we're just about at the end here. Any last words on anything? And
the only thing I tell everybody is stay in the moment. Stop moving too fast forward or getting stuck. Just stay in the moment and allow things to happen.
Yes. Yes. And, to me, I like to say to be moderate in all things, whatever you're doing. Because if you're not doing enough, it may come back at you. If you're doing too much, it may come back at you. So try to make that balance, especially with it's the sun and full moon in Libra.
What's that?
What was the full moon in Libra coming?
No, the new moon.
Okay.
New moon.
Yeah. In the sign of Libra. So that calls for balance. Be moderate in all things that you do. Food, eating, drinking, whatever, dancing.
Yes. Stay off the roof.
Yes. Oh, I could picture me up there. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I could too.
Yeah, so you could picture that?
I could.
All right. Well, that's all for tonight, folks. We hope you enjoyed. Catch us next time when you don't know whether we're going to have the guest or if we're going to have a little something about face reading and our continual look at the astrological insights that Jan is offering to us. So thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Love ya.
Love you all.